Hi everybody. This week we are reading Parashat Balak. Balak is an amazing story about the leaders of Midian, Moab, and Balak, who's the king, and he sees that Bnei Israel are right on the border of Eretz Yisrael, and they're right on his borders, and he doesn't like it, so he decides he's going to hire a guy named Bilam. And Bilam's going to come and curse Bnei Israel so that they're not able to win, and that they're not able to conquer, and they're not able to win in battle. It's very easy to see that Bilam eventually will go, and Bilam, intending to curse Bnei Israel, ends up giving them a great bracha, matovu ohalech Yaakov mishkanotecha Israel, that we say in the mornings. How good are your tents, O Yaakov, your houses, O Israel. And beautiful bracha that we say all the time in tefillah. Reading according to Rashi, and I think the way that a lot of us read it, we see that Bilam is he's not a nice guy. And at every turn, he's doing the wrong thing, and he's always giving them advice about how to beat Bnei Israel and how to make Bnei Israel do inappropriate sins and things like that. It's very easy to see how Bilam is a bad guy. But if you read in the Psukim, it actually looks a little bit more complicated than that. In the Psukim, when the leaders of Moab and Midian, they come to Bilam for the first time, and they say, listen, we want you to curse Bnei Israel. Bilam says to him up here, he says, look, I can only do what Hashem wants me to do. So, look, I'll talk to Hashem, and if Hashem says yes, then yes, and Hashem says no, it says no. Hashem obviously says no, I don't want you to curse Bnei Israel. I don't want you to go and curse them. So Bilam wakes up the next morning and says, listen, I can't go. I can't go. Hashem says no. So the leaders of Midian and Moab, they all go back. They come back another time. They say, listen, we want you to curse Bnei Israel. Bilam says, I don't care how much gold and silver you give me. It doesn't matter. I have to do what Hashem says. Look, I'll ask Hashem again, says Bilam. Tonight I'll go to sleep and I'll see what Hashem says again, but I can only do what Hashem tells me to do. That night, here in the green, Hashem says, okay, look, if they come for you again, then you can go to them. If they come again, then you're allowed to go. So the next morning, Bilam wakes up, he starts to go, and Vayichar af Elokim ki yavlechu. All of a sudden, Hashem gets angry that Bilam is going. A little bit confusing. Up until this point, Bilam is all the time saying, I'm only going to do what Hashem wants me to do. I can only do what Hashem says. Hashem says no, so no. Hashem says yes, then yes. So why is Hashem getting angry? So if you read the Ramban, you see it's a little bit more nuanced. According to the Ramban, Bilam is the whole time doing Ratzon Hashem. He's doing it's Hashem's plan that Bilam should go and give a bracha to Bnei Israel. That's Hashem's plan the whole time. So what did he do wrong? Bilam should have told them that Hashem is only going to go to give a bracha to Bnei Israel. He should have told them that he can't give a curse at that point. He should have said, look, I'm going, but I'm going to give a bracha, I'm not going to give a curse. Why is that so bad? Well, Ramban says, it's bad because they're going to think that he's going to come and give a curse. They're going to think that Hashem somehow wants to give Bnei Israel a curse. Not only that, says the Ramban, but later on when he gives a bracha, they're going to say, oh, Hashem, that's so weird. Hashem seems to be changing his mind. Maybe Hashem is making fun of us. He says it's going to be a great chilul Hashem, what Bilam is doing. And therefore, Hashem gets mad at Bilam. So why is it important to recognize this sort of, I don't want to say necessarily difference of opinion, but why is it so important to realize this nuance that the Ramban is talking about? It's very easy to look at Bilam and just say, oh, he's a bad guy. But for myself, I think it's very important that when I look at Bilam, I remember that we are all just people doing Ratzon Hashem. We're all just people who are doing ultimately what Hashem wants us to do. Sometimes we might make a mistake. Sometimes we might make a wrong decision. And unlike Bilam, we have to make sure that we are truly sorry for those things that we're doing. We have to really try to do our best to be our best selves, and when we mess up, to make sure that we're doing tshuva and getting ourselves back on the right track. Have a good Shabbos.